Let's be real, life is messy. We all wrestle with loneliness, guilt, and shame.
Having a supportive community and the right resources can make all the difference.
That's why we started Healing Unscripted.
We're just three friends on a mission to bring hope and healing.
Whether you're struggling yourself or walking alongside someone who is,
We're diving deep into the hard stuff.
With insightful guests, real talk,
and a whole lot of heart. Join us on Healing Unscripted.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Healing Unscripted. I'm Jen, and we are so excited to dive in with our guest today and all the many things that she does. So welcome back.
Hi, everyone. I'm Liana.
And I'm Laura, and today we are welcoming Sarah Coleman to our podcast.
The Sarah Coleman.
The famous
Do you know
Sarah
I've
Coleman.
heard about your name about 1,000,000 times before I ever knew you.
Same.
And then when I met you, I looked at your face. I'm like, I know you.
Yes, her name is like throughout the community in like so many areas. And then after hearing how much she is actually doing in the community, it totally makes sense.
It totally
Right.
makes sense.
So let me go through the list of what Sarah does. So we've heard about you. Here's just a few of the things, because I feel like she probably does even more than this, but this is what she could list off immediately. Sarah Coleman, she works at the Phoenix. She's the program coordinator. She also works at Emerald Integrative Health. She's a recovery and life coach.
Yep.
That's a lot. She works at the Foundry still, and that's where she started, was at the Foundry. She does health and wellness. She does personal training at CrossFit. She's on the board of Warhorse. She also helps youth at Yampa Valley High School with their fitness and nutrition.
And she also
Wow.
helps
Good Lord.
Liana get Skate Church on the happenings of the Wednesday paper. Like, if I'd have known you did all this, I would not have let you. Because you're like, do you want me to help you? I'm like, please help me. And she's like, no problem, I'm done. I'm like, you're an angel. And
It's on there every week for you, girl.
I don't know
I got
how that you have the time, though.
I know. That's
Because I had no clue you were involved in all of this.
nope.
But
It's
it's
a lot of mental health and physical health.
And
I love
recovery.
it. Yeah, we should have met a long time ago, but here we are. We finally get to do this.
Yes.
Okay. Well, first of all, you guys, thank you so much for having me. I've heard a lot about this podcast for a long time, and I'm super honored to be a guest. I feel very lucky to be in the presence of you three amazing women.
Oh.
Thank you.
And it's always interesting being a guest because I have so many questions for you guys, and I want to know all the
I love
all
that.
the things
Okay.
that you guys do, and again, like how I can help and how I can support. But to answer your
Amazing.
question, Jen, I was born here. I was born in
No.
Steamboat. I am a
Stop.
real life local.
No
Wow.
way.
Yep.
We don't
Way
That's never, ever happened. You're
Wait,
the
did we
first
go to high
ever.
school together?
We did.
Shut
Wait.
up.
What year did you graduate?
93?
97. Back in the 1900s.
Oh,
Long
my
time ago.
God. Oh, my gosh.
Yes.
See, this town.
Wow.
Never
Okay.
ceases
town.
to amaze
Yeah.
me.
Born here.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
I always love when I'm on the chairlift or gondola with someone and they're like, oh, where are you from? And I say Steamboat. And they go, yeah. But where were you born?
Yeah.
And I'm like, Steamboat. And it's like, whoa.
Yeah. Ooh, you are an
Like,
anomaly.
legit. Can we touch you?
Yeah,
Are you
totally.
real? Are you real?
Are you a unicorn?
I get, oh, yeah,
Yes.
a little bit. My hair often looks
Yes.
unicornish.
Yeah.
There's one little braid left in here. There's a little color.
Oh,
to
yeah,
it.
that's
Hi.
cute.
But I left for a long time. I went to college in San Diego and then came back, and I didn't want to like, when you grow up in a small town, you think, oh my gosh, I don't want to go
And
back
I'm
there.
never going back.
I'm
Yeah.
never going back
And
there.
yet here we all are.
And here we all are. There's so many people
So
back
many
here
of
because
us.
Steamboat's such a lovely place, and there's so much community and there's so much connection.
Mhm.
And I think that's why I wear so many hats, because it's like so easy to just connect with people
It is easy
in
to
this town. Or you reach out to someone, you're like, hey, we
Mhm.
went to high school together. Or, hey, people call me like, hey, do you know a good plumber? I'm like, oh, I got 3. What do you want? You know?
I went to high school
Well,
with them.
yeah, I did. Here's 3 guys I went to high school with who are plumbers.
Hilarious.
So it's
Wow.
really interesting being back, and I've been back for a long time now. I keep telling people I just came back, but I think I've been back like 20 years.
Oh my
what,
God.
what was the year that you
Time
came
flies.
back?
I think it was 2005.
I came back in 2003.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, that's 20 years.
Mhm.
I'm
I
like,
know.
oh yeah, I
Oh,
just
it's just
graduated from
yesterday.
college. No.
Right.
I just moved back. No.
In our minds.
Yes.
So
there.
what did you go to college for? What did you go to?
So I was a communication major. Go figure.
Okay.
I love to talk. That's what my mom always said. She's like, oh yeah, major in something you're good at. I thought I would go into journalism. That was my emphasis, was like journalism, media kind of stuff. I guess a lot of my stuff is in that communication field, but I definitely probably should have had a degree in, kinesiology or biology or body movement or exercise science, because that's really what my passion is now, health and wellness, exercise, CrossFit,
Do CrossFit together?
We don't do CrossFit together.
Oh,
We do
okay.
yoga together.
Oh, nice. I know. I want to try that yoga class.
But
I've heard about it.
she has come to the CrossFit class because
Nice.
she's actually she'll tell you all about it, but she's actually like oversees the CrossFit community, the
Nice.
Phoenix, that
Very
I
cool.
have been a part of.
Of course
for a
you do.
while.
Of course she does.
And I've promised Jen this from the very beginning, since I started this job in January, that she will get the first shirt
Oh,
when we get the shirts.
Yeah.
Because she's
know.
been such an amazing part of the Phoenix community.
Oh,
And she deserves a shirt.
I know she
I
loves
love
it.
I love
Yeah,
it.
she loves it.
Yes, and in a lot of ways, as a part of my recovery journey, it has really saved me in a lot of ways.
Oh, we love to
So
hear that.
I'm so thankful for the program, and I'm so excited that you've taken it over because you really like brought it to life
Well,
or back
thanks.
to life
Yeah.
here in the community. Most people didn't know about it.
Well, and I do think that most people, when you say the word Phoenix in Steamboat, people think CrossFit, which is great.
Mm-hmm.
But if you don't CrossFit, it's not great.
Right.
And now we have yoga and we have movies and we have
Pickleball.
pickleball and things that people are like, oh, the Phoenix can be these things too.
Yep.
So I think you're right. There is just a little bit more like options and life into it. The CrossFit has been so amazing and has been steady for the last, probably 5 years, maybe even longer. I think we started the Phoenix in Steamboat in 2018.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
And then it's just, what are we in now? 2026. I had to do a little math.
Yeah.
And
Years.
now, we have the opportunity to add other things, which is awesome.
And she's always asking too, like what other people, because maybe you don't do CrossFit, what other things or activities you might want to see or do. Like she had the movie night.
Rafting.
And Jeff
Oh, there we go. Here, look, I need
hiking.
Okay.
Yes. Here you go. Here you go.
What else do we need? Rafting?
Well, definitely
hiking?
rafting. I would do that with you.
Okay.
In 2
I would
seconds.
totally do that.
Or like have a big paddleboard river party.
That'd be fun.
Or whatever
Yeah.
you can float on. River,
River,
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
And this is what I want to hear. Like, it was interesting
I've got
at
lots of
movie night,
ideas.
there was a gentleman there and he said, I don't yoga or CrossFit. I said, well, what do you want to do? And he was like, well, like, I have that
Really?
option.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, tell me what you want to do. Let's do it. Let's paddle.
Yeah,
Let's
because Jeff
make-
came to the movie night and I was like, Sarah, this is my husband, Jeff. He's in recovery also, but he doesn't do exercise.
Which we all went boot. No, just kidding.
Yeah, but he was really excited to go to the movie.
Yeah. That's. And what about like art?
Yes, we've had a few art events. I don't know if you guys
'Cause
know
you-
Erin
that's what you
Chris.
said.
Yes,
Yeah, I
she's
love
been on our
her.
show.
And
Yeah, she was here.
she is so amazing. And she has offered, you know,
Oh, paint
heal.
classes.
Yeah, like healing through the
Oh,
heart.
she just learned that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
She did it at the Yampa Valley Wellness Conference.
Oh,
and you were
okay.
there. How
Yeah.
was it? Was it
I
amazing?
didn't get to do her class, unfortunately, because
Okay.
I thought they were going to offer it in the afternoon and they didn't.
Okay.
But I know I can do it another time with her. and she
Yeah.
had me in, but
Well, we'll get one on the
she's-
schedule for you.
Yeah,
Yes.
let's do it.
And you could
And so-
always use the skate church building for anything.
Well, and that's
you
another
want.
thing that, is part of my kind of job is
Mhm.
one, getting activities on the calendar,
Yes.
but two, finding community partners, either where we can host things, like use their spaces, or collaborate with them.
Yes.
Mhm.
So good.
So we're always looking for, spaces like Skate Church are amazing because you could do anything there. You could have a fashion show there. You could have
Yeah.
Totally.
trivia night. I mean, you could
Yeah.
have
Oh,
a
sounds like
barbecue.
so much
Yeah.
fun.
Oh yeah, trivia
Let's
night.
do it.
Jeff was all about the trivia
Yeah,
night.
I need to get that
I'll
on the
do the
calendar.
trivia
Okay, all
night.
right.
What got you into kind of health and recovery, though?
Oh, this is such a great question
Yes,
because
good.
Good one.
it's really random. And I really love this story. So I'm so glad you asked. Before the Foundry was here, so the Foundry's a inpatient rehab center. So 90-day drug and alcohol treatment center, residential program here in Steamboat. And a friend of mine told her brother, who owned the Foundry at the time, his name was Scott Borden, or his name is Scott Borden. He's no longer the owner. His sister Christy said, if you need any help designing a workout facility, please call my friend Sarah. So I get this random call on the phone. Hi, my name's Scott. Got your number from my sister. I was wondering if you could help me design a gym. And I was like, how cool is this? This is something I've never done. I've done so many things in the fitness world. And I was like, design a gym. Like that just sounds like
Yeah,
so official.
I'd like to
and
add it to my
fancy. Yeah, I was like,
resume.
absolutely. So I meet this guy. We start talking about Foundry and what it's offering. You know, they have a medical, they have a family program, they have a clinical program, and kind of sort of a wellness program. So we start talking about gym stuff, and I'm like, you know, we're gonna order rowers and we're gonna put in ropes, and I'm all excited, basketball hoops, you know, everything. And Scott and I hit it off so well. He was like, would you want to be in charge of our wellness program?
Wow.
And my jaw like hit the table. I was like, again, like here I'm thinking I'm going to be this big wig designing a gym. And then he's like, here's a program. Like, I said yes on the spot.
Oh, wow.
I was like, yes, absolutely. He's like, do you want to go home and talk to your husband? Do you want to like think it over? I was like, nope. I just felt this like,
When you know, you know.
yes.
Yeah.
And so that is how I got into the recovery world.
Okay.
What were you doing before that, though?
Personal training and CrossFit.
Okay,
So
cool.
I was still in the fitness world.
Yeah.
And I'll do a little rewind back to that because this is also a great story, you guys. I answered an ad in the paper to become a personal trainer a couple years after I moved back to Steamboat. It was for a little gym. It was called Willpower and Grace.
Oh,
And I loved the show Will and Grace.
Yes.
And I was like, absolutely. Again, like I was like, I mean, I'm kind of athletic. Like I'll try it. And the woman Sue and I hit it off really well. And then so that's how I got into personal training. And then I taught like, you know, every class under the sun. I mean, you know, Bond Babe Bikini Bodies. That was one of my classes.
Fun.
Interesting.
We had a spin class. We had a Cyclopilates. It was like
Cyclopilates.
spin and like Pilates. My favorite
Ooh,
class I
ah.
ever taught before CrossFit was called Celebrity. So we would take like a celebrity and like if they had like nice arms, we would do like all arms.
Oh,
They had like
fun.
a nice butt. We do like all
Fun.
butt.
Ooh, I love this.
So it's like
Yeah.
J-Lo.
Keep it fun.
Yeah. Oh my God. It was so fun.
Yeah, that is fun.
And then Sue drank the CrossFit Kool-Aid and she's like, we're all getting CrossFit certified. And we were like, what's that?
Yeah.
And like the rest is history. I mean, I fell in love with that modality of training. And then that was kind of it. But I had been, you know, on the fitness path and training people and teaching classes. And the Foundry just kind of came at a really good time where I was just kind of looking for a little bit more that I didn't even know that I was looking for more. So then I was still able to bring like all my fitness, health, nutrition knowledge to the wellness program there. And then it was like summer camp. I was like, we'll go to the wave pool. That sounds fun. I'm like, let's collect leaves and glue them on paper. That sounds fun. I shared an office with a woman who had her children's like summer camp schedule. And I was like,
Oh, how fun.
sure, we'll do that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that sounds great.
Tie-dye t-shirts.
Tie-dye.
Yes. Hello.
100%.
Yarn art.
Lots of bracelet making, like some, you know, paper mache. I mean, all sorts of fun stuff. And then we got in, you know, the yoga and the hiking and all sorts of stuff. So that's kind of how I got into the fitness / recovery world.
How
And
did
the
you
rest is
like
good.
working with it? The Foundry's all men, right?
Yes.
It's an all men program. So was that kind of your first time to work with men in recovery from substance
So
abuse?
really, really interesting. We started as co-ed. So we started with
Okay.
women, and the first year, maybe 2 years, we had men and women in treatment. And I remember the day that we decided we were going to go men only. And I was like, well, can I still work here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not a man. And I was a little disappointed at first because I was like, oh my gosh, we're not serving this population. Long story short, it's way better to have
Oh,
Not
yeah.
co-ed.
It takes,
I think it's a
you need to like
huge-
remove the dynamic of any kind of sexual
Absolutely.
tension. That's all
And I
when
think
you're
it's
in
a huge
recovery.
mistake to coexist the two.
and seeing them.
Commingle the two because I've seen it. We've seen it.
Yeah.
And
And
recovery,
we've seen
yeah.
how it can,
Messy.
it can be messy.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
And once we were all male, they opened up. They were
yeah.
more vulnerable. They didn't have that shield up of, oh, there's a pretty girl sitting next to me.
Yeah.
Trying to be cool.
Yeah.
Like, and then I was like, oh, I get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I train a lot of men personal training. So I'm that wasn't a huge obstacle, but it's definitely different with men in recovery versus women in recovery,
Mhm.
and definitely different with them, you know,
Yeah.
together
Together.
versus separate. So I really like it. I like being around male energy.
Mhm.
It's and now I don't really know much different, you
Yeah.
know?
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's just is what it is.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Do you have
Great question
kids?
though. No kids.
Okay.
2 dogs.
So I have all boys. So I just for some reason I am the same. I'm just like I love like the men that we've met and
Mhm.
I'm so proud of them. Like I feel like I'm like their other
Mhm.
mom or their sister and like
Yeah.
I just want to like encourage them and hug them and just
You can
I
do
don't
it.
I don't know. Cuz my oldest is 26. So I've seen them go through a lot mentally and then go through alcohol and trying different things and
Mhm.
doing and having spirals downwards. And I feel like I understand them almost more than I do a lot of girls, because I just remember me being a cuckoo teenager,
Right.
but raising them and seeing the stressors I feel like that they go through as they come out of school and life, and depending on their background and what baggage they're bringing with them, it's hard to see them struggle, I think, because I've seen my boys struggle. So it's just like I have this extra little empathy. Like society puts men into this different little box. They have to be this X, Y, and Z. And then it's put them into the tough thing where they
Mhm.
can't talk about their emotions. So they drown it in something else. And
Mhm.
I don't know. I just love the guys out there who are trying to be better
Yeah.
men. I'm
Mhm.
really proud of the ones who are.
I
Yeah.
And I
love that
hope
you said
everyone
Me
that.
does
too.
it.
I mean, men who are willing to
Mhm.
be better men.
Mhm.
It's very inspiring.
Totally.
Yes. And
And
it
it
can
is.
inspire
And
so
they
many
and
other
I feel
men.
like
Yes.
they deserve that extra pat on the back because that's hard because you're fighting the stigma, you're fighting culture, you're fighting generational
Absolutely.
commands of what, a man should be. I mean, you're fighting a lot. Just think about it.
Right.
From our parents' generation to this
Mhm.
generation, the word therapy it was a bad word.
Yeah.
Therapy was a embarrassing word, and now it's like kids, like the kids that we've talked to here, are like, "Oh yeah, therapy, therapy,
I
therapy,
love
therapy."
8-year-olds
Yeah,
that are like, "Yeah, I'm going to my
I go to
therapy
therapy.
appointment." I'm like,
Mhm.
"Yes, keep
I
going.
know.
yeah,
Keep going."
yeah. I think it should be mandatory law.
Mhm.
I really admire the Foundry guys coming to CrossFit on Saturdays
Mhm.
because a lot of them you can see on their face. They've never tried something like that before. They show up in like flip-flops or boots or something.
Oh,
Jeans.
dear.
I love the
Boots.
guys working out in jeans. I'm like, "Are those your
Yeah.
workout jeans?"
Ah,
Yep.
Yes.
boots.
But just yeah.
flip.
Yeah. So just seeing them be willing to try something. Some of them have just been in the Foundry for like a few days. And so they're still in that like
Yeah.
physical
Major
part
adjustment.
of adjustment and, going out and throwing up and, that
Mhm.
kind of thing. But they come back
Sounds
and
like
they keep
fun.
trying. It is. It's great.
Sign me
We
up.
love when someone vomits in a workout.
Yeah.
It really is so good.
Yes.
Man, we got old because
totally would.
vomiting for a good time now is so much different than it used to be.
True. Very true.
I had a coworker once that if you vomited in his class, you got a little clown sticker of a clown. His name was Pukey, the clown.
Uh-huh.
And like you get like it was like a badge of honor.
Oh
You'd
Love
be like,
it.
Can I get a clown sticker? Yeah, did you puke? Yes.
Okay.
So funny.
Okay, then.
Fine.
Like
you can have
how
one.
many pukies can you get on your water bottle?
Right.
Right.
Plastered
Gross.
around.
man.
Oh, gross.
Yeah.
Okay, back on topic. Phoenix.
Okay.
So we go from the Foundry.
Foundry.
And
Then
how
Yeah,
did
and then how do we
did you get
graduate from that?
asked to be the representative of Phoenix? for
Well,
this
I
area?
actually applied for the job. It was kind of
Oh.
cool. One of my friends sent me a link and she goes, "Don't you already do this job?" It was
Oh,
a link
funny.
for the
Mhm.
program coordinator for Phoenix. So I had done some clean and sober activities through the health partnership
Mhm.
a couple years ago, and it was very similar to the programming that we do through the Phoenix now. And so she's like, "I think you already have this job." And I was like, "Well, I don't really. It's not official." And so I applied, and I'm working on a grant. So it's really cool. We get grant money for this calendar year, 2026. And my job is basically to throw activities up there, see what sticks, um, partner with other organizations in town, like people who are already doing the work. Like we don't
Mhm.
need to reinvent the wheel.
Mhm.
And then thirdly, get volunteers to continue on. So like when you go to CrossFit, like the coaches there, they are volunteers for the Phoenix. They
Right.
aren't getting paid for that job. That's their give back piece. So like part of my job is onboarding people who want to do this kind of work. And I love it when it just happens organically. Like a girl the other day was like, "Hey, I kind of want to do a sober run club." I was like, "Awesome. Let's get you onboarded as a Foundry, or sorry, Phoenix. They always sound the same.
Yes, they do. I
I
love
like
this.
it.
So someone came to you, said, "Can I do a run club?" And you said, "Yes, you may
Yeah.
do it." And here, I'll set
And
it up for you.
exactly. So in order to be a volunteer, if any of our listeners are
Oh,
interested,
yes.
Yes.
you have to attend 3 Phoenix events as like a guest or as a member, and then follow our ethos.
Mhm.
And then really, it's that simple. Pass a background check, and then you get coffee with me, and I approve you.
Yeah,
It's
so
that easy.
I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, she's on my list.
I am on her list. I'm just waiting for this craziness month to end, and then I'm doing the 3 volunteer things. I'm excited
So you're
about
coming
that.
to CrossFit?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, you guys heard it here. You heard
She
it
said
here,
yes,
folks.
everybody.
Uh-huh.
It's recorded.
Oh shoot, I didn't feel well that day.
You can
Great.
wear your
You have to
CrossFit
do
jeans
3.
and flip flops.
Yes,
It's
yes,
fine.
yes.
Done.
Just do what you
So
can.
tell the listeners
No, I'm
how
going.
you sign up the
Oh,
app
great question.
so that you can see all the events.
This is like new age. Like, I'm old,
Mhm.
and having an app to sign up for things is a
It's
little
really
foreign.
easy though. I did
It's
it.
so
It's so
easy.
easy.
So you download the Newform app, Newform, NEWFORM, Newform app to your device, and then all the events are on there. And the coolest thing about it is that you can change your location. So if you're down in Denver,
Mhm.
Wow.
you can see all the
That
sober
is
events
great.
happening in
Yes.
Denver.
Mhm.
You're in Boston. There's also online offerings. The other night I got on just to see what was on, and there was like a doodling class.
Oh, isn't
Join
that
us online for a
cool?
doodling
Oh,
class.
I think that's really neat.
And how cool is
in
that?
this day and age where people
Connection.
are just wanting connection and community of all kinds of, I mean, people go on dating apps. They don't really want to date and they're not serious, but they just want that to talk to someone.
Right?
So it's
Yeah.
like just hang out
something.
just hang out. I think that's really cool. So Phoenix is a national organization.
National organization.
I didn't know.
Yeah, it's I think we're in every single state. I think I can pretty much say that confidently, she said.
How many
confidently.
in this state?
So they're all over. Like, I mean, there could be, I don't know, like number wise, but like if you go down, there's not a ton of brick and mortar places.
Yeah.
So there's one in Denver, like on Champa Street, and it's a brick and mortar, like CrossFit Phoenix gym. And so they host,
Cool.
like all their classes are, Phoenix sanctioned. There's one in Las Vegas that's like a clubhouse.
Cool.
So they do like arts and crafts and yoga and all the things under one roof. Like here in Steamboat, we don't have like a brick and mortar place. Like the Phoenix can happen anywhere. I mean, the Phoenix could happen in your living room. You could say, I want to host a Phoenix book club every Wednesday night in my living room. I mean, like it doesn't have to be like, that's what's really cool is it can be anywhere. They do a lot of like outdoor things. They do big campouts. There's an annual camp out every fall in Moab. They do like climbing events. We have a camp out coming up at the end of the summer, Connor's camp out. It's in honor of Connor Bomberg, who passed away. And his parents are so lovely. They just want to keep his memory going, and they will do anything. She's always like, do you want snacks? Does anyone need a pair of socks?
Oh,
I just met Karen.
Oh,
and
she's
she
lovely.
is more than lovely.
More than
I mean,
lovely,
literally.
yes.
well, so
Yeah.
far you have done an amazing job.
Yeah.
This position, seriously.
Thank you so
So
much.
I'm really excited to see where you take it.
Yeah. It's been so fun. And it's been so fun to spend more time with this community. Because I really love the recovery community.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They're
we
just
did.
cool people
Well,
doing
there's-
cool stuff.
Well, there's
Yeah.
hope. I think
Well,
they
because
give
it's
you
it's
hope.
everybody.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a big hope thing.
But recovery is everybody.
yes.
Everybody, once they admit it, are in recovery from something.
Absolutely.
So once they admit it and they become vulnerable, that puts them in a whole new realm of like let go of the attitude and let go of that facade, let go of your, armor and just be. And when you can just be around people who could just be, then everyone can just be. And
I also really like that in her ethos that she shares before yoga class in particular is that, and you can repeat it, but it's also allies of people in recovery. So like Grace has been going to these events with me for years.
Mhm.
Oh, I love
And
this.
she has watched both of her parents, in the recovery world, but she's also been able to see the hope of people trying
Mhm.
and striving.
Mhm.
And I love that about having allies or people that are supporting you in
She
recovery,
could.
being able to be welcomed
Mhm.
into that.
It's so
Yeah.
lovely. I'm so glad you brought that up because, yeah, people, think like, "Oh, well, I'm not in recovery. Like, I couldn't go to one
Mhm.
of those events," or "I'm not sober. I can't go to one of
Mhm.
those events." I
Mhm.
mean, we only require 48 hours of
Mhm.
sobriety, and that's
Yeah.
2 days.
We can all do
Mhm.
And
that.
and
Yeah.
yeah, we can. Right. We can.
Mhm.
But so cool, especially I think for children,
Yeah.
spouses, loved ones of people, like, you can
Mhm.
still go and be a part of this because it's so inclusive.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And it doesn't just have to be like, "Oh, like, I didn't go to a formal rehab, like, I'm not in recovery."
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
there's
Right.
Well, that's
no
what I'm saying, getting rid
reducing
of
that,
the
like,
Yes,
stigma
stigma.
for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Yes.
And
Yeah, I
for
don't think
Grace,
that's
like,
it.
it's an honor, it's a blessing for Grace to see that part of recovery.
Yeah.
But
It's
also, if I can correct, Grace has recovered from something.
yes. Oh, absolutely.
So again, she is recovering from you guys.
Very true.
You know what I mean?
Yes, I do.
From her traumas and everything that she had to go through.
Yeah.
But I agree because, my kids serve with me
Mhm.
through everything that I do. And they have commented to me, not often, but every now and then, they'll be like, Mom, it's really nice to watch you help so many people
Oh.
because they get to see the journey. They also see the journey of people, what happens when you kind of make
Mhm.
other decisions for yourself that might lead you into a place that you have to go into recovery.
Mhm.
So maybe they can catch that before they enter that because
Mhm.
they've seen how hard it is to get back. I mean, I just think it's really cool to include everybody. And I love places that do
I do
because
too.
not everybody can be with their parents at the Foundry and watch the work
Right.
that they have to do
Yes.
day in and day out and be a part of it and be proud. They can see them before and after, but they don't see the journey. And the journey is so beautiful.
Mhm.
Well, and a lot of recovery work is very personal and almost sometimes feels selfish because you have to work so much on yourself.
Mhm.
And I don't even love that word because it's so much more
Yeah.
than that. But like it does, it looks like that a lot of times to
Yeah.
loved ones.
Mhm.
And it's like mom's getting sober, dad's getting sober, brother's getting sober. Like, oh,
Let's just
there's,
change it to priority. How
yeah,
about
there
not
you go.
Yeah.
selfish,
Let's
just
Yeah.
priority.
prioritize.
Yeah,
I like that.
prioritize.
Love it.
Yeah.
And
That
then
is
in these
true.
events, you can see that it's like a whole community and there's so much more than just the individual one,
Mhm.
Exactly.
you know?
Yes. Yes.
I think
That's
that's
it.
cool.
Mhm.
So tell us some other positions that you're
Yeah.
involved in.
Okay. We talked about Foundry. We talked about Phoenix, Emerald Integrative Health, which you guys might have known as Minds in Motion.
Mhm.
I work there with a team of amazing women. It's all women, which is really funny. I work with all men in
Yeah.
the Foundry, and then I switch and work all women at Emerald. And it's a really collaborative group. My title or job there is recovery and life coach. And I always have to specify recovery is not foam rolling. It's
Yep.
not yoga. It's substance use disorder work. So I work with people at any stage of their recovery of just what tools they might need. Maybe they need a resume. Maybe it's
Mhm.
something like, hey, I need to get back into the workforce. I haven't worked in a few years, or I don't have good references. What does that look like? Maybe it's someone trying to get out of a bad marriage. Maybe it's someone who's needs a relapse prevention plan. Maybe it's someone who hasn't gotten sober yet
Mhm.
and they need the tools to, okay, I think I need to get sober. And most people who are at, I think I need to get sober, definitely need to get sober. My favorite people are like the ones who are like, well, nobody knows, I have a problem. Like,
Mhm. You're like,
honey,
honey. Yeah.
Everyone knows.
everyone knows. Won't tell anyone, but
Yes.
um, so yeah, any stage, often loved ones of people in recovery. So like someone like Grace
Mhm.
could come in and say, hey, I um need some support and tools around dealing with people in my life who are in recovery or maybe who are not yet in recovery. Like that was kind of an
So good to know.
untapped market that I wasn't sure I didn't even know I was going to get those kind of people. My first two clients were loved ones. One was a mother of two children who were addicts, and she just didn't have an identity. She's like, I don't know
Mhm.
who I am. Like, I don't do anything. Like, this is all I know. And so
Mhm.
we got her volunteering and we got her doing some other cool stuff and kind of re-exploring like who she was.
Oh, wow.
So the work I do there is awesome and super powerful. And we work really collaboratively as a group. So someone might be in talk therapy and they might get referred to me, or someone might be in my chair and then have some sort of maybe eating disorder stuff, and then they can go work with our registered dietitian. We
Nice.
have a functional medicine doctor. We have a psychiatric nurse practitioner. I mean, it's an awesome lineup. And we just got a
Wow.
massage therapist. So like
Wow.
way to bring it
Yay.
like full
Yeah.
circle.
Oh,
Yes.
wait. Hold on now.
Yes.
Wow.
So I can come in and say,
One-stop shopping.
Hey.
Yeah, seriously.
I need to see all 6 of
I
you
know.
right
Today.
now.
Yeah.
Today.
This
It's
happen.
called a retreat. You just come in, you stay for the whole day.
Right, a spa day.
Yay.
So the payment of something like this, how is do they
Insurance?
Yeah.
Some of the practitioners take insurance. Yes.
Okay.
I do not. I do not take insurance where I'm private pay. So like the nurse and doctors, they definitely take insurance. So that's up to that's on an individual basis. We are hoping to maybe do some packages this summer where you could come in and maybe get like, a blood draw, get some of your like hormones and maybe blood panel done. And then you get maybe a coaching or therapy session or 2, maybe with 2 different therapists or coaches, and then you get a massage.
That's a
Oh,
great
that's a
idea.
great
Yeah.
That is
package
cool.
idea.
So we were
Yeah.
thinking that would be kind of cool to get,
Oh, yeah.
people
Mhm.
in and interested. And then if you decide to stay with a coach or a therapist or a doctor there, it's just really lovely. And like
That's-
you walk in there and you're just like,
Oh, I love it. So it's got the
That's
spa
nice.
feel.
like we put cucumbers on your eyes when you come in. No, just
Oh.
You like
Yay.
I'm like, we don't believe you. We're going to have a sample
Field trip,
day.
field
Yeah.
trip.
Yes.
We need it live.
We can film some of it.
Yeah.
Yes.
How
Well,
do
that's a
people
great way to
find
get the word
you?
out.
So in unison.
Same question, 2 different ways.
Yeah, I
I love
that.
it.
I have an individual website called sarahcolemancoaching.com, and
Okay.
it will lead you to Emerald to book a session with me. You can also go to emeraldintegrativehealth.com to see our whole lineup and do a session with me there. I'm glad you brought this up. I'm going to give a shout out to Newform again. If you want to look at the Phoenix, we have a website,
Yes.
phoenix.org.
Mhm.
We'll tell you all about the organization, but the Newform app is where you want to go.
And
to
we'll
get
put
the-
that on our link.
Mhm.
too.
Awesome. And I
Mhm.
encourage all of you to make sure you have the Newform app. It's cool.
Okay.
I mean, there's like
It
I
is
said,
cool.
there's
I've
like
seen it.
meetings and other stuff going on.
Mhm.
I mean, there's HIIT classes and stuff you can do online.
Okay.
Okay, and let's go into then you do fitness and nutrition at Yampa Valley High School.
Yes.
Okay.
I have had the lovely opportunity.
Which she's been on here.
Oh, yeah.
She was
Yeah.
just on here. Yeah.
So awesome. So
Amazing.
cool.
Yeah.
They are such an amazing group of kids, the
Yeah.
kids who go there, and the staff is so
Mhm.
incredible. I have never met a more compassionate, empathetic, but also like can tackle really hard things and
Mhm.
like go with the flow. I mean, this class of 2026 was 10
Yeah.
students, and it is such a cool alternative path. Like
Mhm.
mainstream isn't for everyone, and
No,
Right.
mainstream
it's not.
learning is certainly not for
Mhm.
everyone. And the stuff that school does, I mean, the field trips and the um, speakers that they get to come in. I mean, these kids are exposed to so many like alternative, non-traditional,
Yeah.
unconventional
Yeah.
like
But
paths.
normal life stuff.
But it's
Yeah.
that you don't
normal
get in
life
high
stuff
school.
that you
Yeah.
don't get in high school.
Yeah, absolutely.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, I worked on a grant with them the last 2 years. So I came in and we did one of the cool things I got to do, we did an Iron Chef competition.
Oh, how fun.
So we did like they each
Cool.
got like some special ingredients, and I mean, it was awesome. I mean, these kids have on their aprons and
Cute.
we broke them into groups, and that was super fun. And then I do, fitness and nutrition with them throughout the semester. And then our final this year, I didn't decide this, was run a 5K.
Oh.
Ooh.
And it was so awesome. These kids, I mean, there were kids who finished in, under 30 minutes, and there were kids that finished in an hour. And it totally just showed like, you do
I can
you.
do this.
Mhm.
But
everyone,
regardless, you
everyone
can
who started
finish.
finished, whether you walked the whole thing. And it was such a cool like metaphor for the school and the curriculum and the kids that are there.
Yeah. It's
I-
all on your
I
own
got to
time,
All on your
pace,
own.
and-
Yeah.
I got
Yeah.
to tour the school and do like some promo videos for
Oh,
the
cool.
school. So she was showing me and telling me about the grants and the fitness equipment
Oh, yeah.
that they got through the grants.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
And then also a grant through Old Town Hot Springs.
Yes. So all the kids get memberships there,
Mhm.
which is
Wow.
so cool. And they had money from the grant. They all got a new pair of shoes. Because
Oh.
bring this full circle, thinking
Yeah.
like Foundry guys who come in and,
Yeah.
cowboy boots and flip-flops. And I mean, if you don't have access to
Mhm.
equipment or like clothing, I mean,
Mhm.
that's
Yeah.
a hard
Yeah,
for
you can't run a
So
5K
true.
in flip-flops.
exactly.
Yeah.
And I hear that a lot from people, even in the community.
I
They're
don't
like,
have
I don't
good
have the right
shoes.
clothes
Yeah.
to go to a gym.
Yeah.
And how cool that they could provide. And they were all so proud of their shoes, showing off their new shoes.
I love
I have a
this.
picture somewhere, and maybe I'll share it with you guys if I can find it.
They
It was everyone's shoes, like in the
Oh,
over the
so
Yeah.
cool.
the
That's
top.
cute.
The Yampa Valley High School came in here.
Cool.
Yeah, I gave them a tour. They toured with me here at my salon and at Skate Church.
And see, just
Yeah,
gives
so
me
see
there
normal
are
adult stuff.
3
Yes.
totally random, cool opportunities that
Mm-hmm.
Very
kids
random.
might not even know
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
are available to them.
Yeah, it was really fun.
That's
That
awesome.
was fun. Okay, and then now talk to us about Warhorse. You being on the board of Warhorse.
Yeah. So I think I'm the newest member of the Warhorse board. This just falls into line with all of the kind of health and wellness and healing and work that I do. It just felt kind of like the completion of the circle to be asked to be on the board. I'm so honored. The work that they do out there is really trauma informed care. Equine therapy out at this ranch that's probably 30 minutes from here. I went to their fall retreat as a volunteer. And I mean, you guys, it changed my life.
Oh, wow.
I was just going to volunteer for one day. And my friend, who's also on the board, she was like, I would just clear your schedule. Like, I think you're going to want to be here for the whole time. And I'm like, I can't take 5 days off of work. Like, I volunteered for like a meal on one day and then like the fishing expedition on like the next day. And she's like, I'm just saying, like, you're probably going to want to be here for the whole thing.
Wow.
And I mean, after the first day I called her and I was like, I think I want to be there for the whole thing.
Yeah.
It was
Wow.
so powerful. The work that the horses do. I
Yes,
mean, these
they're amazing.
horses, I don't even know. I mean, and I'm not a horse person. I have since started taking horseback riding lessons.
Good for
It
you.
inspired me because I was like, I want to be more comfortable around horses and just know, I mean, I don't know any vocabulary.
Lingo.
Yes, lingo. I don't know anything. It is so powerful. So the people who come to these retreats or who can come for, like day, you can do a lot of different
Mhm.
things out there. You can come and just do like a one-on-one like equine therapy session with one of the therapists and a horse. Groups come, like the Foundry comes, Boys and Girls Club comes, True North, like organizations can come. You could have you guys could come as a staff retreat, the Healing
Mhm.
Unscripted goes to Warhorse Ranch.
You can volunteer.
You can
Anyone
volunteer. Absolutely. Yes.
Mhm.
Thank you. Great shout out. On our website, there is a volunteer.
Yeah, we
Um,
volunteered.
We
there.
volunteered for
Mhm.
the
Yep.
fall pumpkin.
Pumpkin
Oh, the Pumpkin
patch.
Fest. Nice. Yeah.
And then
Thank
we
you.
volunteered
We did a Foundry
for
event,
a
right?
Foundry event, and then
It
watched
was amazing.
watched
Oh,
all of them
to
put their
see.
hands on the horses
Oh.
on either side and lead the horse without a bridle with just their energy.
And these are
That
people
was incredible to
who
me.
don't know
Who are not
anything about
horse
horse
I think
people.
people.
about it, they
No.
had it's a trust exercise, really.
Yeah.
If you think
Oh.
about it, trust and how your controlled emotions and your controlled vibes can help guide
Yes.
bigger things that are happening in your life, which is like I was blown away by that. I was just
Same.
like
I mean,
floored.
that's exactly how I felt. And I was just
Yeah.
like, wow.
Yeah,
I-
because when
so
they
I'm
were
a
getting
horse person.
Oh, you
I
are? Oh.
love, and I've always wanted to do any kind of equine therapy, and I've had the opportunity since I moved here. And
Mhm.
it was working with stars and then doing some of this work with Warhorse, and they're both totally different. But it's just so funny you said this because I just read an article about how they have this new study out about how horses how they feel PTSD
Oh.
and how they come in. Because, like, for some reason, they're seeing that horses relate to it for some reason, and it probably has to do with their fight or flight.
Hmm.
I bet.
Because they tied
Interesting.
it into what the horses can experience, but if they still feel you in this fight or
Mm.
flight mode, it's like they're just gonna come and, like, make sure you're okay, but they feel I mean, they do feel your energy, they're just like big dogs, but
Oh.
I love the studies on it. They're
Mhm.
amazing.
It is
And they're
so
amazing
cool. Well,
animals.
yeah, and they're big and they're scary, and there's some big horses out there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
There was one to kind of tie it back to that article you read. There was one event that we did with the retreat last year, and at the end of the exercise, a horse had gone to each one of the people in the arena. Like, nobody says,
I feel like that happens
go
at our
horsey horse, like,
Yeah.
No,
come
you
here,
just
horse.
hang
Like,
out and wait.
and each person, and they're like, had a horse that just came and like, whatever, took their energy, felt their energy, made them feel at peace. I mean, I'm like bawling. I'm like, what? Like
Oh,
this just happens organically.
yeah.
And when you
it's
talk about
beautiful.
that fight or flight, like it's so weird. So animals, they know how to let go after they're in fight or flight.
Yep.
They know how to let go. Like
Yeah.
humans, we hold. That's why we have
All our
unresolved
problems.
trauma
Yeah.
from our childhood when you weren't held enough as a baby. 46 years ago or whatever. But you'll see animals like shake after, like, if a zebra is like chased in the wild from a lion. I mean, they're in fight or flight. Like literally, they're like, I'm running for my life. They don't get caught. Lion goes off, eats something else, and the zebra does this like shake, and you see like horses, when they do
Yeah.
like the like
Shake it off.
they're shaking it off. And after these retreats, the owner of the ranch will send us videos, and these horses are just releasing. And they're releasing all the trauma and all the stuff that they held for us.
Yeah.
And then they're fine. They're
Yep.
like, peace.
Do you
We're
know
good.
what's- Do you know what's so funny too?
Unreal.
I just read something about how when we wake up in the morning, we should shake.
Yeah, probably.
Like there's something about like they're like dogs do it, blah blah blah. They're like wake up, like it just starts getting everything moving.
Yeah,
What
watch
about
it.
that?
Like go
What
just
about
shake
that?
it around.
Those
Everybody shake.
Those like pads that are popular right now. I can't think of the
Yes,
name.
and I've never read up
the
on
plates-
it, so I don't
the
know
plates
what.
Oh, because
that
they
you
make you.
stand on?
I don't know much about them.
Vibration
But
plates.
yeah.
Yeah,
What's it called?
vibration plates.
Vibration plates.
Okay, I'm going to do some research.
Shake it off.
Yep,
Yeah.
shake it
I'm
off
gonna research
because
that too.
yeah, well, and if it helps cellulite, then I'm in.
I thought it was
I
like,
like
it's gonna do
about
it.
it.
And if it helps get rid of PTSD
Drainage.
trauma, I'm in
Sure.
also.
Totally.
So I just wanted to ask, you're so passionate about recovery. Is there a personal reason why you're so passionate about recovery?
Not really. I mean, it's so interesting. Now, yes, for sure that I'm in the work. I've been personally, affected by it for the last, I think we opened the Foundry in 2015. So for the past, 10 plus years, definitely but like the reason of getting into the work wasn't any, I'm not in recovery myself. I mean, I've had some close friends, some family members deal with,
and you're
but
specifically talking about addictions,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
yeah. And it's,
Because
yeah,
recovery is everything.
right.
Yeah.
As you said, thank you
Yes.
for reminding
No,
us
it's
of
okay.
that. No, it's good.
I just like to clarify.
But I always laugh because my own therapist
Yeah.
always like closes the door after my therapy session, and she's like, and remember, exercise is an addiction too. And I'm like, on the wall.
Yes.
Yes.
And I remember starting at the Foundry, and I was like, "Oh, I'll just get them all addicted to exercise." And
It's
my
so
boss was
true.
like, "Well,
Let's not use that word.
let's not talk about it like that." I'm like, "It's like kind of."
It's so true, though.
But we
I
often
like that you
trade.
said that
Yes.
because addiction, when people say addiction, they automatically go drugs and alcohol,
Yeah.
but addiction could be shopping. It can be
Oh,
Eating.
sexual. It can
Mhm.
be, yeah.
Gambling.
well, and notice what you turn to. Like I say, like when you're happy,
Uh-huh.
like, do you go and like treat yourself with online shopping? Like recognize like
I
your-
do that if I'm
Yeah.
happy or sad.
or
So
sad.
what does
Well,
that
yeah,
mean?
and then the other way, or sad.
I go, when she said that, I went,
I feel like for a long time, well, I'm still doing it. So, but I
active.
pick over being busy.
Ah, yes.
Just because you're doing it for all these amazing causes and I'm so busy, that seems to be taking over all the, like, I guess, bad things I used to do to escape, but it still is a kind of
Well,
a
yeah,
form
now
of
you're
escape.
now you're escaping in
Yeah.
your work.
Yeah. So it's just a nice thing to be cognitive and like, pin market and just say, okay, like pay attention. Just pay attention. Like it's not a bad thing, right? I think there are healthy addictions, but I think it's also good to know what you're spending most of your time on, but the reasons why.
The why
The
is
why.
super,
Mhm.
super important. I was working with a client this morning, and we were talking about tracking, your addictive behavior. So asking at the end of your day, you're like, oh, I'm going to reach for whatever the vice is. And we'll use alcohol in this case. Like I had a hard day. I would like to have a drink. Why do you want that drink? And ask yourself, like, am I mad? Do I hate my boss? Do I hate my job? Do I, and going through this kind of, yes, dissect. Exactly. And then you can start recognizing patterns. If you drink every day after work because you hate your job, maybe it's time to get a recovery coach and get a new job.
Yeah.
Like that's like it's not that simple, right? I mean, it's more complex than that, but those kind of patterns and asking yourself to pay attention, slow down, dissect all of those things, you can oftentimes find the why and maybe stop it or approach it in a different way or learn to deal with it or start talking about it or any of those questions. We call it the pause sometimes in the addiction world, like just pausing for a second. Like, why do I want to use? Why do I want to online shop? Why do I want to get on social media? And maybe it is just an escape. And maybe that's okay.
Right. But what is the escape?
But why? Yeah,
exactly.
And
do
do
you
you
need to do something
and
more
how can we
now?
address
Or is it a
and how can we
learned
address
pattern?
that?
Because one thing that
And if we can start replacing that with things that we like to do.
Oh,
Okay, I will just end with I kind of see you as like the fitness health ambassador for Steamboat in this area. You're doing a fantastic job. If someone came to you and wanted to get involved in one of these many things that you do, what would be a starting point that you would recommend?
Oh, that's a great question. Download the new format.
Good start, yeah.
And come see us for a Phoenix event. I think that would just find something that clicks for you. I think that's probably that would probably be my
Starting point.
My starting point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
come check it
That's
out.
right. Yeah, just come check it out. And if there's
Yeah.
something that you want to see, let us know that too, because that would be awesome. And if you're feeling like you need just a little bit more one-on-one kind of direction, come see us at Emerald. I think that's another great starting point. A lot of people don't know if they need therapy or don't know if they want to be coached. And I mean, a 30-minute consultation, you'll know.
Right.
You'll know if
Right.
it's a fit or not.
Yeah, right.
And if it's not a fit with me, we'll find someone who it is a fit with.
Perfect.
For
Do you
sure.
guys have a beginning CrossFit class?
The Phoenix CrossFit is 100% the beginner CrossFit. Jen, please explain a little bit more.
I like to tell people because it can be very intimidating, especially if you haven't done anything like this before. And I would still be intimidated going to regular classes, but in the Phoenix, it's all about modification, doing what you can. Same even with the yoga. You're not going to try to cross any line and hurt yourself. It's all beginner stuff.
It's safe.
And people
Okay.
often, I hear this all the time, like, oh, I have to be in shape. Like, how do I get in shape to be in shape, to go to CrossFit, to be in shape?
That's how I
You
feel
don't.
about.
Start
That's how I
showing
feel about
Just
the
Show
gym.
up.
The hardest part is showing up. It
Yeah.
is the hardest part. But once you
I
get there,
can't go to the gym till I can fit into a cute little
See?
Lululemon
see?
outfit and look really cute. I'm just
And
kidding.
you are
That's not
cute.
me.
Oh, you go
I
to the
think
gym.
too, the wrap up point with all of this is just being comfortable with being uncomfortable
Yeah.
and putting yourself out there and trying these new things
Amen, sister.
and see where you might fit in. And you just never know what might happen and the people that you meet
So true.
And
Right.
and
that
the confidence.
that is two things. One of my friends always says, no challenge, no change. Right?
Ooh,
like
yes.
no challenge.
That's a
If
good
there's
one.
not a
Yep.
challenge, nothing's going to
agree.
change. Whether
Right.
that's, in any facet of your life.
Yep.
And the community. I mean, if I could give one
Yes.
takeaway
Yeah.
for, anything in life, like the people you meet and the community, doing hard things together is so much better.
Yeah.
And we heal in community.
Mhm.
Every single one of you said that at some point today. Like
Yeah.
being part of something, feeling a part of something, even if it's just two people is community.
Yep.
Like we do not
It
heal
is.
in isolation.
No.
So true.
Community brings healing and hope.
Yeah. And hope. I really like that
Yeah.
word today. Hope.
Yes.
Feels good.
It's hard to have hope on your own
yeah.
in
Yeah.
isolation by
Mhm.
yourself.
Absolutely.
So and our community here is so lovely.
Yeah. I mean, we came back, right?
Yeah.
That's
Great.
Right?
Yes. Yeah, we did. We did.
Well,
For
thank you
sure.
for all that you're doing.
Oh,
and
thank you guys for
coming
having me.
on.
This was
Yes.
so great.
This was wonderful.
Yay.
Yeah, you're so cool.
You guys are cool.
Bye.
Bye.
See you guys later.